Alrighty, hey, what's going on, everybody? EnteRChazmaN here, back with another stream. We just started Alan Wake's American Nightmare just last night, and I don't know, tonight, let's see if we can finish it. Once again, I know it's not a terribly long game, but I have a feeling with a good run we can finish the game tonight. So, yeah, what do you say we go ahead and just dive on back in? So I should be on my second run through, I think, of the story. How's everything looking? We got audio. Should check that.
The rush of darkness is unstoppable. Time itself twists and tears, sweeping the champion of light back with its dark currents. Again, he enters the world, but now he sees the trap for what it is. A maze that loops back into itself.
Seems right.
I'm here again. They sent me back.
Hello. I forgot to check audio. Hello. Okay. I seem good. Game audio's on. Okay. Take a swig of coffee real quick. Okay. I was checking the camera. It seems fine. Looks like there's a bit of a delay. There's definitely a delay on the feed. I think it's because I'm doing a display capture now. Oh well, my game seems fine. Let me know how it seems.
Oh, not birds again.
Not the bird.
What the hell?
So does this mean Emma's been brought back to life? The heck? Did I just crash? This game crashed? Seriously? Okay. Well, that sucks. I haven't had a game crash in forever. Alright. That sucks. Oh, it saved it. Okay, well, at least I saved. I was gonna say.
Emma? You here?
Man, there's a major slowdown with the display. Here, let me... Hmm. Okay, it doesn't seem to be helping with that. I was trying to figure out why there's so much slowdown. Let me turn the graphics down, maybe. Let's see if that helps any. I just noticed for you guys it was kind of choppy. So this is on the lowest settings I got.
Okay, so this chick just came up to me and said she's my biggest fan. I know, they all say that, right? And she's giving me the eye. So I make a couple of moves, we have a couple of drinks, and then things start happening. But I say I have to go to the bathroom first. Uh-oh, right? She's got no idea. Watch this. This is gonna be priceless.
That's nice.
I thought you'd like that. Are you tense? You feel a little tense.
Maybe a little. I had a crappy day.
Yeah?
Don't worry, it's improving real fast.
Yeah.
Hey, don't stop. It's just getting good.
Watch this. Yeah! Did you see that? Oh man! Did you see her? Boom!
More than anything else, that's part animals. It's in our nature to imagine, to turn fantasies into legends, to be storytellers. But on a rare occasion, the line between fact and fiction, imagination and reality becomes hopelessly blurred and nowhere as vividly as in Night Springs.
Some of the Taken aren't protected by the darkness like their comrades. Instead, their aversion to light is so extreme that they literally split into two when they encounter strong light. It leaves the two halves weaker, but of course, there's strength in numbers. It's a disturbing development. The dark presence I faced 2 years ago was powerful, but it didn't have much in the way of imagination. Clearly, the same cannot be said of Mr.
Well, the question with this game is Mr. Scratch the same darkness, or is he a different thing entirely? That I don't remember. The area is pretty limited in scope. Really not a large area at all. Just trying to make sure there's no pages or nothing I really missed anywhere. Yeah, I think that's about it here.
Wow, it is you. I guess all of it really happened.
You remember me?
Kind of. I felt weird all day, like I could almost remember a dream I had, and then, just before sunset, I remembered the page.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go get those things again.
Not all of them. I went out and got them. Well, most of them. I felt stupid at first, but then it was getting dark, and those things started showing up, and one of them made off with the battery. It ran into the railroad tunnel. There was no way I was gonna follow him in there. Sorry.
It's good you didn't. You should be careful. I mean, really careful.
Yeah, I kinda remember something. Something bad happened to me, didn't it?
Forget it. It doesn't have to happen again, okay? Just do what I say.
Yeah, okay. God, this is too weird. Am I going crazy here? Just go get that battery.
Try to stay calm. You're perfectly sane. We're caught in a time loop. That's why this is happening again.
I believe you. God, I feel like I might just lose it any second now. How come you're not freaking out over this?
Because on my personal weird shit-o-meter, this just doesn't rate.
Look, I know something happened to me before...
You're gonna be okay, if you just keep cool, okay? Just the battery. That'll save time.
Just over here too. I definitely think putting down the
Well, this should be
graphics,
perfectly safe.
that one notch cleared it up a little bit. Okay, thought all I had to do was do that.
Now I just need her to charge this up. I found the battery.
Okay, I'll charge it. Here. Try not to get killed.
Ready to run.
Hey, Michael Bailey in chat says, hey dude, I'm back. Welcome back, Michael. Hopefully this stream will go by smoother than last. Michael says, how long have you been playing? I've been on for about 25 minutes now. So, I'm like just starting the second run through. Try and finish the game tonight. Oh, now there's enemies. Oh no.
Should be in trouble. Better hurry.
Michael in chat says, okay, hope you had a good work day. It was okay. Saturdays aren't required for me to work, but they're typically shorter, so I'm generally more okay with working on Saturday.
Emma! I'm coming! This is not a bad thing! Nothing!
What the heck?
Just keep your head down! It's okay. It's safe now.
I got a really bad feeling about all of this.
I'm gonna need those keys to the diner now. There's a motel key there that I have to get.
Oh, hey, you don't have to do that. I have the motel master key. I work for the same company, you know. What's at the motel?
Well, there's a dead guy. He's got something I need to get into the Mount Redtooth Observatory.
God, that's awful. Hey, you wanted to know about the guy who looked like you, didn't you?
The last time you said he had a party, but you didn't go.
No, that's not true. I did go. It was really great at first, and then I didn't see it myself, but I hear he turned nasty. He hurt a bunch of guys pretty bad, and there was this girl, she died. But I didn't hear about that until afterwards. I thought that he was so charming.
And then he went to the diner.
That's right. I wasn't involved with that at all. I don't know what happened.
Fine. I need to check out these motel rooms. In the meantime, you stay here, okay? I'm serious. Keep the lights on and stay here.
Yeah, okay. You got it. I sure hope you're right about this.
You're gonna stay here this time, right?
Because the last time I didn't, and that thing, whatever it is, happened
Michael
to me.
Bailey in chat says, I got
don't
some
want you to get
news.
hurt
They're
again.
making Metal
Don't
Gear
worry, I'm
Solid
gonna
for
stay
all
put.
consoles.
I don't remember what
Yeah,
happened
I
exactly,
kind of figured
but I
they
learned
would.
my lesson.
You mean the
Good. It doesn't have to happen
You
exactly
mean
the same way this time
the
around.
collection or whatever it
You
is they
proved that much
announced?
when you
That's
went out
like
and got those things for me.
that's
I
like
think
the
you're gonna be
first
okay.
3 games or something
Let's
like
hope
that.
you're right.
I do love those games. Oh shoot!
This wasn't supposed to happen
The
again!
memory of her own fate haunts Emma Sloan and fills her with dread. This time, she does as she's told. It's not enough to save her.
Yeah, that's the one Michael's talking about. I'm not quite sure how I feel about that remaster. Or they're not technically remasters, but I don't know. I'm assuming they're up-res somehow, but honestly, there's so many different ways of playing those games.
People,
It's like,
Eddie Rodman here with a few hours
I don't know.
to
I'm
kill.
not
And there's
so
nobody I'd rather spend them with.
I'm not so
Nobody else.
trustworthy of
Oh,
Konami. Not for a while, at
it'll
least.
land me in hot water when I get back home, won't it? Well, just in case my wife is listening, and you always are, aren't you, baby? Let me tell you, you are the exception, honey. And the prettiest lady I ever saw to boot. But I'd really like to spend some quality time with you listeners, because, tonight's one of those
I've been really wanting to
sit in the
replay though
studio and you
through
kinda forget how long it's been or what
my
day it is.
favorite. I mean,
You
obviously,
just sit here and go through the
my
motions.
favorite are
Might as well have been
Metal
here
Gear
forever.
Solid, Metal Gear
Keep
Solid
talking,
2,
but
and then
you
Snake
don't even know
Eater.
what you're saying.
I've been wanting
Like
to
you're on
replay through them
automatic.
for a
You
while.
can't stop the ride.
I haven't really played them on
It's
stream
times
yet.
like
It's
these that
something,
I really wish that
some
somebody
point I
would
really
just
would like
call
to
in
do.
and relieve my boredom. How about it?
And I even have Revengeance,
Come on,
which I would really like to
spell
play,
out.
which I've never played
My
actually.
lines are open.
I've got that on my shelf. Michael Bailey in chat says, "Did you ever play Deus Ex?" I have played. I played the well, because it depends. Because I think there's an old school Deus Ex on the PC that's like a '90s game, and then there's Deus Ex. Is it Mankind Divided, and then there's Deus Ex Human Revolution. Whichever one is the first one, that one I played. That one was pretty good.
It's said
But I don't
that
have a lot of
nobody
experience. I've
knows
only
what
played the
future
one
might bring.
game.
But for this man, it's no longer entirely true. A weaker man might simply give up, but the champion of light is an expert on destiny. Sometimes the
it
puppet
Human
and
Revolution?
puppeteer can be one and the same.
Yeah, Human Revolution is the one I played. Mankind Divided is that newer, or the newer one.
Mount Redtooth, its top littered with man-made eyes that stare into the endless depths of space. Tonight, the champion of light will depend on them to pick out a message from the ether. As history repeats itself, the man remembers the patterns. He knows that he needs the missing part for the telescope.
I'd better find Dr. Meadows' car. That's where the camera should be.
Oh, there you go. Oh no. Michael Bailey in chat says, "I always overload him with too many weapons." That's another game again I haven't played in a while. I think I played Human Revolution, maybe not right when it came out, but it was definitely not long after it came out. I probably played that around the same time I played Alan Wake, honestly. I think I tried playing the newer one, Mankind Divided, and I was not. I don't think I dug it anywhere near as much. And didn't they make a crappy one? They made like a really crappy one that was a mobile game or something. I think everyone hated that or something, or it wasn't even like talked about. Oh, there's something I missed.
After my disappearance, they thought I was dead. I might as well have been. I know it's been 2 years. I know Alice has moved on. I've tried to find a way back to her, back to my life, but escaping the dark place is almost impossible. Time does strange things here, but dreams and radio signals can pierce the veil between the worlds. I catch glimpses and echoes of the world. Sometimes I send messages out. I can only pray that they hear them.
"15 of 16.
The film noir poster reminded me of Alex Casey, the detective's cool exterior never cracking even with the gun pointed in his face.
Michael Bailey in
In the
chat
back
says, now,
room,
when
all
is
the lights
Alan
have been
Wake
turned
2
off,
coming out? I think
except
it
for the
comes
lone
out
spotlight which
the
illuminated
same day as
bright
Spider-Man.
red
I think it's
fire
the
extinguisher
20th.
on the wall.
I'm pretty sure. See, Alan Wake 2. Pretty sure the 20th. Huh. I'm seeing 2 dates. Oh, I think they actually pushed it back. Okay, no, I think I'm wrong, I think it comes out on the 27th. Because I think they pushed it back to avoid Spider-Man. That's right. So, yeah. Okay, get out of here so I can see. October 27th. Okay, so I was wrong. Forgive me. Yeah, they pushed it back a little bit. Initially, it was the 20th. Now it's the 27th, which actually, that's awesome. That's actually great, because that means... Okay, I was worried about, should I start which game first, Spider-Man or Alan Wake? Now I can start Spider-Man and then I don't have to worry about that. That's great.
I'd found her film from the pile
I
of
didn't even realize
containers in the
that.
back. I'd threaded it into the projector.
And then...
I swallowed hard, staring at the screen, hearing her voice. The sunrise I remembered so well only moments away. And then Mr. was there,
Man.
nailed by the projector's beam, caught in his own
Sorry about
trap.
that.
He shouted at me, first in confusion, then rage. And then the sun came up and things started to burn.
Spider-Man 2 is... When are you? 20th, yeah. Okay, so I was right. Spider-Man 20th, Alan Wake 27th. So that gives me a good week to play Spider-Man before Alan Wake. That makes me very, very, very happy. Dang, I didn't find all of them here. Look here, only missing one. I will say, definitely replaying Alan Wake and now this one, and then watching a bunch of lore videos on Remedy stuff. I'm very excited to play Alan Wake 2. Naturally, I love spooky games anyway, so it's gonna be a good time. Hoping my excitement doesn't disappoint me. I've been pretty disappointed this year by some of the titles. Some of the big stuff I was excited for, I mean. Good thing is Remedy is like one of those game developers now that like it's pretty dependable at this, you know. They could always flub it, but for the most part, you know, Remedy, if they're putting out a game, it's going to be very good quality. I think my one worry with Alan Wake 2, if I were to have any worries about the game, is my worry is that I read, same here, Michael Bailey in chat says, same here, I watched the new Dead Space. They did make it better. Huh. I never got to play the remake of Dead Space. I mean, I've played the original normal copy, like, probably 3 or 4 times. I love Dead Space. And I did hear that the remaster was very, very good. But I was going to say that my one worry with Alan Wake 2 is I did read something that they are leaning a little bit more into the scary. Like, it's more survival horror and more spooky, which, like, part of me loves that idea, and part of me is also worried that, like, I'm sure you know, Michael, as a fan of Remedy games, but they have like a very specific, like, humorous kind of wacky tone, and I think a writer like Sam like kind of knows what I'm talking. You know, he knows what people like about his games. So again, I'm okay with them going more spooky. I don't want them to lose that, like, wacky, humorous touch, which I don't think they will. They obviously kept it with Control. The Control felt very much like that, where, like, it kind of started off a little spooky, and then as it kind of kept going, it was more just wacky. And Sam Lake I trust, though. I'm not terribly worried. We'll see how it goes. No, birds again. Oh, I can't go up that way. Reload. Michael Bailey in chat says, yeah, Callisto Protocol was similar to the new Dead Space. That game I really wanted to play, but man, it got some pretty bad reviews, so, like, it's still one that's on my backlog to play at some point, but I don't know, I've been kind of wary on it. Like, I'm just waiting until I see it at a good price, and then I'll buy it. I just didn't want to buy it at, like, full price or nothing. Michael Bailey says, hold on, my headphones are buffering. Uh-oh. Don't have that happen. Okay.
It's you! How dare you! No, wait. It isn't you, is it? I suppose you'd better come in. I'll unlock the door.
Thanks.
So there's one page here that I'm missing from somewhere. I don't know if I should care about all the pages. Oh, here he is.
I know what you're thinking. Evil twin, supernatural powers. But most of the time, I just like to keep things basic. I want you to understand that. Like this. Need to get your hands dirty? No batteries, no moving parts, just physics. That's technology you can depend on. It's a classic. Speaking of classics, you need to be careful with this one, though. If the victim suddenly twists, you might end up cutting yourself. It's not really a workhorse, but I'm a sucker for this style. Now this is more like it. You've got slip-resistant grip. Believe me, you really want that traction once you're wrist deep in somebody. The blade's stiff enough so it won't open by accident in your pocket, but it's still really easy to open with just one hand. Now that's a big thing for me. I know what you're thinking. It's too big, too heavy. But sometimes you just need the extra oomph. If you're talking intimidation, this is gonna do the job. Also great for dismemberings and whatnot. You know, the messy jobs. I can't tell you how many things I've MacGyvered with this stuff. Okay, now guns. Not a big fan. I mean, how are you supposed to really connect with somebody with a bullet? I want you to understand that. I take pride in what I do. We can't both be worthless hacks, can we?
Michael Bailey says, I'm back. Hey. Okay. I'm debating if I want to look for this last page.
Me, but this feels very strange. It seems like this has all happened before.
I have the replacement part for your telescope, Doctor.
All right. Let's get it installed. I think we can give this a go, although I have this strange feeling that something will go
Don't start
wrong.
it up yet. There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me think. If they're sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, we should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained a few things. All of this is very strange to me.
Michael Balian says, and to be honest, Alan Wake 2 looks like John Wick. Yeah, I can see that a little bit.
Hello.
I don't quite know what's going on, but I seem to remember having had this encounter before.
It's not deja vu, Doctor. This has happened before. We're caught in a time loop.
That's utterly insane. How could that be?
I can't really explain it. I suppose I could call it magic.
I don't believe in magic.
Neither do I, but I can't argue with what I've experienced. Listen, what matters now is the signal. The last time we only caught a part of it. I need the rest of it. Whether you believe me or not, you want to look into this as much as I do, right?
Yes. All right.
Michael Bailey says, the only thing missing is the gun skills. I don't know. Alan's got some pretty good gun skills. So I don't know how much if you even played Control, Michael Bailey, but it's actually cool. I don't know if you knew, but the voice actor for Alan Wake is Dr. Darling from that game, which I think everyone agrees Dr. Darling was their favorite character from Control. I'll still stick to, if I had the time, I would love to replay Control before Alan Wake 2. I just... Oh, no, wait. No, because Spider-Man comes out too. Yeah, no time. Control's a much more time-consuming game. Like, not super time-consuming, but I think it would take 20-25 hours to finish. Michael Bailey says, "Nah." Oh, okay. I don't want to. Michael Bailey says, "Nah, never got the chance." All right, I won't say anything about Control then. Sorry, I assumed if you were a fan of this one, you played. I won't say anything. You should definitely play it though if you like Alan Wake. Definitely playing a game like Control makes me even more excited for Alan Wake 2. Oh no, oh, I wasn't paying attention. Secure the main pipe.
Hate the light, am I correct?
Doctor, can you hear me?
You should be able to turn on the light to secure the area that way. All right, I'll start looking for the signal. Please, head back.
Uh-oh.
I guess they didn't like that.
Michael Bailey says, "It didn't look like my cup of tea." Ah!
The mountain's trying to kill me.
Uh-oh. What just hit me? Michael Bailey says, "I always hated when the darkness threw cars and stuff when I played." Yeah, I would definitely recommend Control if you like the story and kind of lore and the overall just kind of world that Alan Wake and everything is involved with. If you like all of that, which I love, that's like, I mean, the gameplay is great, but that's my favorite thing I like is kind of the lore and story and kind of the backstories behind everything. I would say if you love that stuff,
It's working.
I would say you should definitely, you should must play Control. But if you mainly like Alan Wake for like the gameplay and just kind of the horror elements, and you just like a survival kind of game, then I can understand why you might not be interested in Control, because Control is not It's not really a survival horror game. It's definitely more of an action game. So I can understand that again.
You find the signal?
Yes, I don't think it's quite the same thing we had the last time. Still, we're definitely picking it up.
I would compare
I'm afraid
I would
not.
compare Alan
Take a
Wake
look at
to
it
like a
yourself.
Resident
I'm printing
Evil
out a hard
4,
copy now.
and then
I'd like to ask
when
you a question
talking
or two
about
before that,
Control,
if you don't
I would
mind.
say that feels more like a Resident Evil 5, if that makes any sense.
Another printout.
Because like I did like
Another
Resident Evil
signal
5,
fragment.
but it's not
The
it's not the
message is
same as
still
like the other
not
Resident Evil
complete,
games. To me, that was far
but
more
it's another
action.
piece of the weapon he has built against his adversary. Mere words on a piece of paper, but in the right hands,
Michael Bailey says, "I'll check
they
it
will
out."
hold back the darkness.
Again, Control. It's a different feeling game than Alan Wake, but I don't know.
The last time the man came to the drive-in, it did not end well. He hopes to avoid that fate this time. He hopes that what he has brought with him to this place is enough.
Stream still seems good. Michael Bailey says, yeah, they took the horror elements out of 5 and 6.
The Taken were always single-minded. They had a certain animal cunning, but they weren't very intelligent. That's one reason why they prefer melee weapons. Actual firearms are too complex for them to use. That's why seeing the one who threw grenades at me surprised me.
I can't go this way. I actually really liked Resident Evil 5. I didn't love it. But I liked it for totally different reasons as opposed to a normal Resident Evil experience. It was pure action, kind of ridiculousness, punching rocks and crap. I think I did like it because it was also co-op. I think I played with a buddy.
Ugh. Serena's probably out of her mind again. But I'm gonna need that key so I can get the power back on.
6 I never played. Never got around to RE6. I think for the most part, is that considered like possibly the worst Resident Evil game? I know universally that one's not really beloved by anybody. I think people kind of just forget about it. Ah, look at this. I don't think I want a crossbow.
I have changed. I know who I am now. I know that I can write my own fate. Bright Falls taught me that. I know that indulging my weaknesses, giving in to fear and complacency will only drag me down. The Dark Place taught me that. I'm no Zen master. I've not attained enlightenment. But I have learned to let go of the things that I don't need. I know that without that balance within, I become my own worst enemy. Now I strive for equilibrium, and with that, I'm strong enough to get where I want.
But yeah, Michael Bailey says, yeah, I played 6 and it was alright for an action game. He says, now there's chatter that they want to remake 5 as well. Well, that would be interesting. Oh, I see a page.
It's obvious that for all his power, Mr. is an agent of another greater being. The dark place he came from is full of terrible alien intelligences, dark presences, and none of them should be let loose in our world. He serves one of them. He'll open the way for them if I don't stop him. But he'll do more. He'll take over my life. He already has my face. He already uses my name. He'll become Alan Wake in every way imaginable and corrupt everything, unless I can stop him.
Magabelli in chat says, sorry, I just hope they put the horror back in to it like they did 4. Alice?
I want to talk about Alice. Just look at her. She's really beautiful, isn't she? Your wife? Well, our wife, really. Just my wife soon. Don't worry. I'm not gonna treat her like the others. She's special. If I wanted her dead, she would be. I've been around for a while now. So talented. You haven't seen her new work, of course. Oh, it takes my breath away. Really, she's that good. Did you know that I've got a wedding ring, too? We're that similar. She's seen me a couple times, you know. I've let her catch glimpses. She thinks she's imagining things, of course. She thinks you're dead. It might as well be. I mean, even if you manage to keep surviving, you'll be in my trap forever. So I'll go to her. It'll be an amazing moment. Oh my God.
I think he's just antagonizing because Alice technically got out of the darkness.
I'll be a good, loving husband for as long as I can stand it. She'll love it.
And I don't think this guy has the power to really do anything
And
other
then,
than make Alan's
somehow,
life
it'll
terrible
happen.
here.
Maybe I'll slip up, she spots something, or maybe she just starts running her mouth. And then I'll do it. It's gonna be sweet. My darling wife.
Michael Bailey in chat says, did you ever give Airsoft a try? Are you talking about the game? Or I don't know if it's a game. I have not. See if I can go to the shack out here. Hey, there's a page.
The trap Mr. has set for me is as simple as it is impossible. Whenever I reach him, he sends me back to the beginning of the maze. It's a loop in time. I go through it only to end up where I started. There's a brutal genius to it. If I die, it's over for me. If I survive, I end up where I started. Sooner or later, the odds will catch up with me. And in the meantime, he gets to toy with me. But that's why I have a chance. He's caught in this pattern just as much as I am. I know where he'll be, and I'm prepared.
Michael Bailey in chat says, to be honest, it kind of makes me sick a little bit. Oh, Airsoft, you mean? Mr. Scratch. No. I didn't know there was 4. Mr. Scratch, I mean. Okay, so how many more pages? Still missing 3 here. Sheesh. Not gonna go for them all, but at least maybe eventually I'll come back and collect all of them. Nothing here. I don't remember what was over here. Let me go back in here. Okay, can't get in there. Michael Bailey in chat says, but back to airsoft, it's kind of like paintball, but the BBs are smaller and they travel faster than a paintball. Huh. That's interesting. Here in Florida, I don't think in the area I'm in I've ever heard of, like... I'm assuming there's probably, like, leagues or something you can join. Maybe, like... Although I'm sure you just go onto Facebook and like look for like groups. That's probably the best thing to do.
You again?
I'm really just here to get the keys so I can get the power back on.
Do you want to hold me down? It's okay. I know you like that.
Yeah, I'll just grab the keys.
I could be like your wife. Little wifey. Waiting at home for hubby. Or you could be the mailman, or the neighbor.
I'm already married to someone who isn't crazy, thanks. I'm just gonna go and get the power back on.
Aww.
Look, I may or may not be back. I have the access code to the booth already, so once the power is on...
You should totally come see me.
Michael says, what really sucks is I'm gonna have to get a new console because my Xbox One is
We'll see
dying
how it
on me.
goes.
Uh-oh. Says he's in Alabama. Never been to Alabama. I literally just got back from New Orleans not long ago for vacation. What am I looking for?
I was about to do the weather, but I see we have a caller. Hey, you're on the air with Eddie. What's up?
Hey, Eddie, it's Ricky. You talked about fate before. You think about that a lot?
Not a lot, to be honest, but I take it you do.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Any conclusions you'd care to share, Ricky?
Well, we've got free will,
What
right?
kind of console are you looking to get if you're moving on from
right,
Xbox?
So free will, right?
You're just going to get a newer Xbox? You're going to try and get a PlayStation?
How can there be fate? I mean, you don't know what's going to happen next. So there's no fate. There's just people doing
Michael Bailey asks where I'm from. I'm in Florida.
I don't know, Ricky.
Like towards the southern area of Florida.
That we're all here in the service of a greater purpose, incomprehensible to us,
and that what we take to be freedom is nothing more than the move of a pawn on some cosmic chessboard, limited in scope, subject to the whims of unseen players,
existing only for their entertainment.
Or perhaps we're just a twisted reflection of actual events that can happen elsewhere. Could it be that such is life in Night Springs?
Dude, what?
Food for thought, Ricky. Food for thought.
So I should start getting attacked here.
Are you getting it yet, genius?
Okay, so Michael Bailey in chat says a used one. Oh, so you're gonna look to get a used console. And then he says, okay, that was a little weird. You talking about the radio scene? Very odd. Ah, birds. Stay away. Michael in chat says, yeah, an Xbox Series S. Okay. I would definitely say I don't know if I'd say I'm loving my Series X that I bought. 'Cause I have both the new consoles. I have a 5 and a X. I don't know, like
You're like a little hamster in a wheel. Go ahead and keep running for all the good.
I don't know if I'd say I use one more than the other. I'm typically honestly more of a PC guy at this point, I think. But I haven't used my PlayStation in a little bit. Oh, stay away. I'll definitely say, like, if you're looking for budget gaming, then absolutely, yeah, go with an Xbox. I absolutely want to, think Game Pass is such a game changer if you're, like, want access to as many, or especially with the Activision thing. Because Game Pass, especially with the Xbox just getting Activision, like, there's going to be so many more games coming to Game Pass, it's going to be crazy. Like, you may see, like, some Call of Duty games showing up there. Activision has so many titles. There we go. Ah, no. I need to just get out of here.
If you die, you lose. If you quit, you lose. If you make it to the end of the loop, you still lose. Sucker.
Michael Bailey in chat says, now if you want a good adventure game, try your hand at Horizon Zero Dawn. I have both of the games. I have Zero Dawn and... oh gosh, what was the second one? I have both of them. I just never got around to playing them. I'll have to see what, since you mentioned Horizon, I'll have to see what I want to play for the holiday Christmas season. Because I normally pick out, a couple games to stream. I think I had already decided I was going to play a new Zelda game. Although I hadn't decided which Zelda game. I know there's a lot of Zelda games I've never played. I was thinking about picking one of those. So I've been wanting to play Twilight Princess, which is one I've never played. See, maybe I'll sneak in a Horizon playthrough of it.
The champion of light knows that the time itself is about to end, at least for him. He can feel the dead end rushing towards him, But there is time to act. Incomplete or not, he has the weapon.
I don't have the whole thing, but maybe it's enough.
The spotlight illuminated the red fire extinguisher. Oh, there it is.
It's not enough.
Michael Bailey says, yeah, I never got around to playing the Zelda games.
You up to?
I'm very
It's
much
a waste
a
of
new
time,
Zelda
buddy.
fan.
You should just lie down and die.
I didn't get to
Let
play
me
many
take
of them
over.
the last
This is the
handful of
only
years I've
thing
gone
you've
back
got
to
coming to you.
trying to
From
play as
here
many as I
to
can.
eternity. No matter how many times you come back.
Time folds back on itself. Again, his senses scream as the very impossibility of what is happening assaults them. But the champion of light endures.
Well, this is the last one, right? You only have to beat it 3 times. So one more round and I'm...
Each time he gets a
accomplish
little
it.
closer. Each time another detail falls into place. Now the trap works against the Herald of Darkness.
Holy shit. What are you, the King Hillbilly?
Ooh, he's a strong one. Michael Bailey says, I did watch the Halo series and I didn't like it. Well, Michael, I will say I did watch it as well, me and my buddy. So just a suggestion, if you were interested, on our podcast, on the same channel, you can go find it in the, you can go look around for it. But, yeah, me and my buddy Phoenix, we covered every single episode of the first season, so I don't know if you were interested in seeing 2 people hate on the Halo TV show.
Right on
There you
cue,
go.
bubbling to the surface.
That's
from
my one plug
untold
for that.
Depths, the horrors come. The emerging monsters do not expect the warm reception that has already been prepared for them.
So everything's already done. That probably means that girl, she kind of did everything. Oh no, I forgot to turn the music on. Michael Bailey says, okay. Yeah, once again, if, I don't know, we were kind of liking it, or I was okay with it at first, but yeah, as the show kept going, we steadily hated it more and more. As huge Halo fans, was pretty disappointing. see if I can. I don't know if I can send links to chat. It makes it easier if you're interested. I'm kind of curious how far back we covered that show. Halo. Halo, where you be at? Gosh, how long ago was that show? Ah, there's one. Episode 6 through 9. Episode 4. Where's episode 1? There's episode 1. Say that I want you. Did that go through? Okay, there you go. Well, there's a link to the first episode if you were inclined.
Stop. Saving Emma.
I don't know. It was kind of funny. Oh, shoot. One of these guys. Do I have flares? What hit me? Oh, there's one. Oh, you're hitting me. Now, I was gonna say, what was funny about covering the Halo show was towards the end, my buddy was like, I don't know. I think we were both.
As long as I show up, I guess.
You could just tell we were just like dreading continuing talking about it. Oh, there's one.
Clear now.
Actually, now that you mention it, I think, isn't season 2 of that show come out soon? I don't know anybody who's excited for season 2.
So I've been thinking about Barry. I don't know what to do about him yet. I mean, I'm not gonna keep him around, that's for sure. Al? Little parasite. Your best friend. Really? That's the best you can do. I actually kind of like the guy. He's a plucky little butterball. He plays the clown. That's a hard road to take. But I don't need him sticking his fat face in my business. Did you know he's been hanging out with the sheriff from that shitty little town? They keep in touch. Barry's about the only guy who insists that you're not dead. How about that?
Gosh, I can't wait for Alan Wake 2. Can't wait to see these characters again. Or see what's new.
For a while. Just to see him go to pieces when I fire his ass. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Turn to Emma. Let's see what's new on this.
Well, art lovers, are you feeling neglected? You shouldn't. You know Eddie Rodman's got love for you, which is why I actually hauled myself out of bed before noon, just so I could record an interview for your pleasure. Enjoy. Now, as I'm sure you all know, the annual Night Springs Visual Art Show is coming around again, and that's a big deal for all of us that are in the culture business. If you can call it a business. That's a little controversial, I know.
Oh, that's okay. Money makes the world go around, no doubt about it.
And that's one of my guests here at the studio, Serena Valdivia. She's a curator at the Night
I see a
Gallery
page.
of Visual Arts, and she's in
That's
charge
funny.
of the NSVA Film Festival.
I just happened to see one sitting over there.
Springs Drive-In Theater.
Hello, Eddie. It's great to be here. And let me just say that it's a wonderful venue.
Absolutely. And with her is one of the filmmakers, somebody who's actually primarily known as a renowned photographer,
Alice Wake.
Hello.
Alice, I've seen a lot of your work over the years. It's very impressive. My wife's a big fan, actually.
Oh, thank you.
You've gained quite a bit of fame as a photographer, but that's not why you're here, right? You actually have a film. That's a little surprising.
For me, too. I really wouldn't be here at all if it weren't for Serena.
You two are friends, I take it?
Yeah, we move in the same circles. So, about a year ago, I heard about all this footage she'd shot, and I got to see some of it, and then I started pestering her about actually putting it out there, because it was really good. I didn't really want to show it. It felt too personal.
Well, yes, I can understand that. It features your husband, and he's, well...
He's dead.
I thought he was missing.
It's been 2 years. This sounds awful, but yes, I believe he's dead. Otherwise he would have, well, you know.
Yeah, I understand. Well, hold that thought, and we'll be right back.
I have seen the darkness twist flesh into new shapes before, but encountering these giants is an extremely disturbing experience. It's as if the genre has been switched on me. There's something out of Pulp Fiction. Twice as tall as normal men and stronger than forklifts, their lumbering gait and slow-witted demeanor brings to mind some kind of mean-spirited caricature of a feeble-minded hillbilly.
I think the pages pop up at different run-throughs. So, like, not the same ones will pop up from the first time and then it'll change. That's interesting. So that would mean that, like, to collect all of them, you would need to search the entire area again each time you go through, which that's probably why I missed some. Unless these are in order.
Emma wasn't sure exactly when the man arrived at the motel, but from what she could tell, the party started.
I don't know if I feel like searching everywhere again.
Yeah, thanks for saving me again. I'd hate to die before I'm scheduled to be murdered.
I guess I have you to thank for setting everything up at the oil derrick.
Yeah, well, I figured that if we were going to go over this again, we might as well try to be smart about it, huh?
I appreciate it. You took a big chance doing that. Are you okay?
What do you think?
If she wants to live,
twice.
she should just go with Alan.
I remember everything pretty clearly now. You said I was gonna be okay.
I don't know what happened.
It's not your fault. I think one of those, what did you call them? The takers? I think they did something to the power and they got me that way.
I'm sorry.
But I got the keys from the dead guy in that room. and I'm not handing them over until you do something about this. I'm sick of getting killed.
Fair enough.
See if we can save her this time.
Okay. I really don't think they can get to the power now.
Thank you. That's a relief. Here's the keys that you needed.
Thank you.
Hey, I have to tell you, at the diner, I went there with him. The guy who looks like you, okay? I know I said that I didn't.
Yeah, I figured. Want to talk about what happened at the diner?
There was this guy from the observatory, and he just attacked the poor dude, smashed his face into the tabletop a bunch of times. It was horrible. I didn't know that he was gonna do that. I swear. And I just ran. I just left him there. I didn't even try to help.
There was nothing you could have done. It's not your fault.
Well, he's dead in that motel room now, so excuse me if I feel pretty shitty about it anyway.
I'm tempted to head back to the diner just to see if there's a new page there or something. Ah, there is. Okay.
With all the herbs, crystals, and the rest of her New Age paraphernalia, Emma Sloan had been called a hippie and a freak and worse. It was that small-town mentality. She was a female mechanic, and even in 2011, there were always going to be backward shit-kickers who thought that was a hoot. She didn't mind. She could deal. She could take any engine apart, even the new ones with all the computers in them.
Go ahead and look this one. Barry in the old something. See where I can get that one at. Oh, okay. It says I can find it now. Well, let's do that then. It says run past the diner. Something about a dirt road to the right. No, get out of here. Mm. How do I go to that? Oh, enemies popping up. I didn't think that would happen. Just something about a dirt road. Read that again. It says run past the diner a little bit. There's a fence. Oh, maybe it means like back here. It says it's pinned to that fence. I don't see a fence here. Really? Oh, I see. I think it means over here. Yes, I can see it. Okay. Sheesh, made it so difficult to find.
The Anderson brothers should probably have been in a facility somewhere, despite their tendency to escape from such places. It could be argued that they had no business being on tour, considering their condition. Their lives mostly revolved around the laundry list of ailments and their endless quest for liquor. But Barry Wheeler managed them now, and whatever else they might...
Rest stop, observatory. So, next one would be that one. Dr. Meadows and Mr. Scratch. Head to the observatory main entrance, then go down the other road on the right. Page is behind the sign. Okay. Michael Bailey in chat says, I think when you go through the game, Zan is helping you out even without announcing himself to you. Who's Zan?
The fate of countless individuals hangs in the balance, threatened by the machinations of the Herald of Darkness. And yet, for a moment, the Champion of Light breathes a little easier.
Oh, Thomas Zane.
He has saved one life.
I think when you go through the game, Zane is helping you out
enough.
even without announcing himself
And
to you.
soon, perhaps, he can put an end to this.
Perhaps. I would say that's less likely, in my opinion, but that's just from me. If you go and you look at lore videos as to
returning to the observatory for what he hopes is the final time.
Yeah, he's the guy in the bulky
the man
diver suit.
feels anticipation and dread.
What I mean by that is a lot of people think it's up for debate.
He knows
whether Thomas Zane is even actually a person in this series. Which I actually think that's the theory that I kind of think makes the most sense.
I was expecting you. I've already taken care of the imaging array, but you should still look into securing the primary coolant flow. With some luck, you may be able to light the area before these things even show up.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that question whether Thomas Zane is just a machination of Alan Wake's writings.
The second part of our interview with Serena Valdivia and award-winning photographer Alice Wake. Now, Alice, we were talking about your husband, Alan Wake. Is that a sore subject for you?
Well, a little bit. Of course it is.
I think why the two theories kind of... No, I won't explain it because I don't even know if I could fully explain it well. But I'll look up some lore videos.
So you're
if you want, actually, I'll send you a video I watched the other day that does a great job of explaining.
I still think about him every day, literally. I still find myself hoping for. Well, sometimes I think I see him just standing somewhere, watching me. I think most people who lose someone they love experience things like that. But on the whole, I'm doing all right. 2 years is a long time to adjust, and I'm not really the type to wallow in the negative.
Well, I know there are a lot of stories about Alan. He seemed to have something of a wild
There's a particular video I really
that's
liked.
not really what our show is about, though. Look, all that stuff really gets blown out of proportion. He had his problems, but
I'll throw it in the chat for you, Michael.
If people like to talk,
again, if it was something,
to tell these crazy stories,
if you wanted to like see someone's crazy theory.
The character he created, Alex Casey, is a household name. The books still continue to sell. There's been talk of a TV series, a movie, a video game. Must be nice to know that his work is still being appreciated by so many readers.
Yes, of course, but I don't really deal with the business side. I leave that to Alan's agent.
There you go. That's a pretty good video, though. I really enjoyed that video.
He's currently in the music business. And he's also Alan's best friend. Do you two keep in touch?
We talk regularly. Like I said, he handles the business side. I think we should talk about her film.
Yes, of course, you're right. I'm Eddie Rodman, talking to Alice Wake and Serena Valdivia, and we'll be right back.
Okay, so it said it's like to the right side. Trying need to keep an eye out for a sign. There it is.
The man before Dr. Meadows was handsome and slick. He moved with lazy confidence and didn't bother to pretend that he wasn't staring at her. She didn't mind, at first. Then the man flicked open the knife and shoved her out of the control room so she wouldn't hear the signal, whatever it was. Outside, she pulled her lab coat closed and thought about running. She didn't. She didn't think she'd get very far. Not from him. She never...
Okay, so that's all of those. So, focusing the beam, the close Alice's film. So, focusing the beam, Alice's film, the clothes. Drive-in. Okay, so all three of these are in the drive-in. So I'm good to do my thing here. Oh no, behind me. Yeah, all of a sudden the game's throwing a bunch of them at me.
Good. I believe we're ready to look into the sky.
Right there, Doctor.
Someone's chasing me.
Come on in.
This is what you look like. Does that bother you? I bet it does. I'm not just wearing your face, you know. It goes a lot deeper than that. There's a lot of you and me. All the best parts. At first, I was just an idea. But they kept telling all those stories about you. You already had that rep. And then you disappeared mysteriously. And then, the stories about bad, crazy Alan Wake came true. And here I am. That's the best part, isn't it? When that happens, you can always count on Cauldron Lake. I'm just as real as you are. And I'm the improved version. No fears, no doubt, no weaknesses, no self-deception here. I don't let anything drag me down. I know you like I know myself. I know it bothers you that I'm like this, that I use your name, crawl my way into your life. But I only do it because I'm better at being you than you ever were.
Anyway, guys, I'll be back in just a minute. Just gonna run to the bathroom. 1 sec. Okay, sorry about that. Are we back? Back on screen. Oh no, that's live. Okay.
Scout! You need to protect the telescope or we can't complete the signal.
Stay away. Oh shit,
There, I have it. But I wish these things would stop blatantly violating the laws of physics in my observatory. That's just rude. Are you all right?
I'll live.
I'm glad. I'll send the lift down to you. I remember our previous encounters very clearly now. But technically, if this really is a loop in time, we've never met before. I don't know why our awareness persists, but it's bloody fascinating.
Doctor?
You know, I know physicists who would give 15 years of their lives for a chance to experience something like this.
I'd imagine that being stalked by horrible axe murderers would curb their enthusiasm a little.
Clearly you've never met hardcore physicists.
I'm glad you're in such good spirits, but...
The signal! Yes, it's completed.
Finally.
In a strange way, he feels at ease. He is armed with his own words, and when the time comes, they will be enough or they will not. For now, he's content to let the currents take him toward the final confrontation.
alrighty. I think I'm at the end, right? Basically.
Once more, we return to the drive-in. If he's aware of the absurdity of arming oneself with a few sentences and standing against a power that can pierce time itself, he doesn't show it.
Huh.
The man has his share of weaknesses, perhaps more.
Started
but
me off on the
cowardice
opposite end.
is not among them.
Okay, so let me figure out where these are at. So, focusing the beam to close Alice's film. Chapter 2, Chapter 3. Next page is really close. Up the stairs. A small building with the TV inside. The page is next to the TV. Okay.
Oh, you got yourself a little plan, do you?
Damn. Ran through all my ammo there. Ah, I got too greedy. Look for somebody.
Never getting out of this wake, never! Don't worry, I'll take care of your wife and your life. Started sounding a little desperate.
So I think the next one...
I don't know what you think you're doing, but I'll send you right back to the beginning.
Okay, so first one, I think it's just...
What? You think whatever it is you're gonna do is gonna make a difference? This'll end up just like before!
Okay.
There's more to fighting the Taken than just burning away the darkness that protects them. When I'm fighting for my life, I find myself slipping into a state of intense concentration that makes the beam of my flashlight seem more powerful and focused. I used to think it was just my imagination, something brought on by the adrenaline and fear of death, but now I'm not so sure. I've been touched by powers that I can't begin to truly comprehend, and they've left a mark. I'm starting to think this might be a part of it.
I've been around for a while now, you know? While you've been indisposed, stuck in the darkness, I've been busy. I operate in the shadows, not always literally, you understand? I'm a little more resilient than those I've taken, but I do my best work in the dark. And there's so much darkness out there that goes deep, and the things that live in it are fast, big bastards. They don't mind getting a little bit of elbow room. All that chaos and madness, it doesn't really do that much down there. It's like pouring a glass of water into the ocean, right? But up here, yeah, you can really make an impact. All they need is someone to bring them all the way through. But first, I had to take care of you. You party pooper. You're stuck in an eternal cycle now. The sun's never coming up for you. Everything else? Do my thing. Getting a bit of quality time with Alice. That's a little something for me. And I deserve it.
I held the film canister in my hands. I saw her name written across it in big letters, followed by the title. It was a time capsule, moments snatched from times gone by, from a past that I hoped could also be our future. It was my salvation, our chance to be together. A tin can with a bit of magic in it that she didn't even know about, something I could put to good use. There were only moments left before I had to face him.
One more. says the last one is out here to the right. Hmm. Oh, I see it.
The clothes I
Yay.
wear now I shaped from dreams and memories. It's an old outfit, originally from the 90s. The last time I wore it was when I was still writing and Alice and I took a vacation in the desert before our troubles began. The night before, we'd been at a party, and I had dressed to the nines. On that lazy day, I put on these old clothes, worn and comfortable. Alice made a joke about grunge. I felt a little embarrassed, but I stuck with them.
Okay, so now I can just finish up the game.
Oh, hey.
I'm hoping I can put an end to this now.
You'd better. I really don't want that to happen to me again. It's like somebody vomited in my brain, like a sleazy movie that keeps looping in my head.
I'll stop this, I swear.
You know the part that's really screwed up? If you mess it up, it'll just keep happening forever, right? I don't think I can deal with that.
Don't think about that.
I don't think of anything but.
Hello, folks, and welcome to the third part of our pre-recorded interview with Serena Valdivia and renowned photographer Alice Wake. So, tell me about the film.
It's called Sunrise, and it really wasn't something I ever thought of as an actual film. It was just footage, things I saw and happened to shoot. It's not a medium I'm very much at home with. You shouldn't put yourself down. You've got a great eye. Maybe, but experience is another thing.
Because you're primarily a still photographer.
Yes, exactly. So I'm really used to thinking of the world in terms of snapshots. I frame something and try to pick the right moment, and then reveal that moment to people. Moving images are a different story. I'm still learning a lot about it, to be honest.
So, this is a new thing for you?
Or maybe I'm just a slow learner. But showing it like this is definitely a new step for me. It's a little weird taking something this intimate and showing it to everybody. Not that the material itself is somehow shocking. It's just that those were private moments.
But that's why it works, because it feels genuine. It's not so much a story as it is a sort of an echo, showing us how you saw your husband at the time. It's not really about the sunrise itself or Alan watching it. It's about you two together.
I suppose. It's funny, looking at it now, especially now that it's been edited like that. It takes on a life of its own, almost. It's a kind of a fantasy.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, you're right. I'm glad you talked me into it.
Alright, here we go. Final showdown.
Again, the champion of light enters the final trap. The new reality is almost here. All he needs to do is change the details of the scene, push it past the breaking point, and the rest will snap into place.
Where's the projector at? Oh, I had to pick it up first. The heck? Where's the projector? It's right here. Oh, there we go.
Oh, come on, buddy. Why don't you... What? What is this? No! No! You can't do this! All I did was take the things you always wanted and never had the balls to go for. It's my turn now! It's my life! It's my life!
Alan? Is it really you?
It's really me.
How? I love you.
Oh, beautiful.
I love you.
A woman, a man, two lovers, held apart for far too long, enveloped in the light of a glorious dawn. They both feel it. He's home at last. Are these actual events, or merely a dream? A memory, or a glimpse of what is to come? One thing is certain. This scene takes place in another time and another place, far, far away
From Night Springs.
from Night Springs.
Yay! Ah, well, I think that.
You know it feels nice watching the sun come up.
Oh yeah, so I think that's it. I'm all caught up on Alan Wake stuff. Again, I would love to squeak in a playthrough of Control. I'm not quite sure. We'll see. Well, I don't think I'll be able to squeeze that in, but anyways, yeah. So played Alan Wake, played Alan Wake's American Nightmare. I guess if you want thoughts, I'll talk about Alan Wake's American Nightmare on our next podcast episode. We'll see when we're able to do that. But yeah, that was fun. I would actually say, for some like really basic early thoughts, I actually enjoyed this more than I remembered enjoying it before, which is interesting. I don't know. I don't remember really thinking much of this game, but I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. It's like an interesting add-on, you know, to the normal Alan Wake story. So yeah, once again, you guys can expect on October 27th, sometime after that, I will be starting Alan Wake 2, which I'm very excited for. So once again, thank you guys for joining me on this Alan Wake adventure. I love you. Thank you so much. I will see you guys again on the next one. So bye-bye, everybody. Oh, thank you again, Michael Bailey in chat. You were super fun having you here, and kind of I don't know, you were keeping me entertained, definitely, along with the game. So thank you so much, Michael. Thank you so much, everyone. Love you. Bye bye.